Choosing the right multivitamin is like looking for the holy grail. And here we're going to talk about the 3 key elements you need to check when you're choosing a multivitamin. Follow me. Number 1, natural versus synthetic form. And here it comes the case for the folic acid and the cyanocobalamin, okay, or vitamin B12. Those two names are synthetic forms of vitamins. And I will encourage you to get much better the natural form, that is the one that your body accepts more easily and it can use much better. And that's the case of folate or methyl tetrahydrofolate, or cobalamin or methylcobalamin, hydroxycobalamin, or adenosylcobalamin. Try to avoid the synthetic forms because really those are not as well tolerated and they can give you other side effects. Number 2, the active versus the inactive form. Your body, for certain vitamins, needs to do some steps to make them active to participate in the metabolic pathways that they work. And there are certain populations that they may have a genetic issue doing these steps. And that's the reason some patients, they will tell you that they don't feel well taking the vitamins because they may accumulate those, and actually to help them feel better, they just feel worse. And this is the case for the cobalamin that needs to be transformed into methylcobalamin. And in the case of the folate, needs to be transformed in the methyl tetrahydrofolate. Those vitamins participate in the methylation cycle. And there are like 44% of the population, at least, that they may have problems in the transformation in this specific pathway. And that's the reason I encourage you to get an active methyl multivitamin, that it has the vitamin B12 and the folate already methylated, and they will work better for you. The other vitamin that needs to be transformed into the active form, but of course this genetic issue in the population is not as common, is vitamin A. Because vitamin A can be obtained from carotene, from the vegetables, and that's the most common form in the vitamins. But if people have problems with the transformation of the vitamin A, they may need to get retinol or retinyl palmitate. But this case of this vitamin is not as common as the one for the cobalamin and folate. Again, try to get a methyl multivitamin that is already active. And number 3, the composition of the multivitamin. If you're going to choose a multivitamin, try to find a multivitamin that is a methyl multivitamin with no iron. Unless you have any medical problems with anemia or low level of blood, I encourage you not to get any extra iron in the vitamin, because we have enough iron in the nutrition, and too much iron accumulated in your body can give you inflammation. The next thing, if you are a woman that is looking to get pregnant, do not use a multivitamin with vitamin A, because vitamin A in excess can give you birth defects. The next thing is, it's very unlikely that you can get intoxicated with a multivitamin. B vitamins are hydrosoluble or soluble in water, and any excess you are gonna excrete through the urine. You're gonna see a more yellowish urine. But in the case of the fatty vitamins like A, D, K, and E, there is a potential risk that they can get accumulated if you take them in excess. But I'm telling you, that's very, very unlikely. And it will be good for you once a year when you check with your doctor to have a vitamin level check, and that way you can be sure that everything is fine on those levels. And that is exceptionally important for the patients that they have had bariatric surgery or that they have malabsorption problems, because again, those are the patient population with the biggest risk of vitamin deficiency. And a special mention for vitamin D and vitamin C. Those vitamins, they may be in the multivitamin present, but the quantities are not enough, and you will need to have some extra supplementation of vitamin D, at least between 5,000 up to 10,000 units a day. Again, monitoring your levels with your doctor. And the vitamin C, it will be extra 1,000 up to 6,000 milligrams if you can tolerate those highest dose. Well, this is the case on the composition of the multivitamins. Well, this is the final point. Remember, you need to get an active methylated multivitamin. Try to avoid folic acid and cyanocobalamin in your multivitamin. Do not have iron in the multivitamin unless your doctors recommend that. And you need to be sure that you get some extra vitamin D and vitamin C besides the multivitamin. And extra point, try to use your multivitamin in the daytime and take it with a meal. That way can guarantee a better absorption. Nice to see you, and I wait for your comments in this video. Bye.